So hi, Welcome to the Noise Podcast. I'm Shane,
I'm Glory.
and we're here with.
Zach,
Christina,
Karsten,
and Alex, and we're Sandman Sleeps.
Oh, we
Ooh,
Hell yeah!
Look at that.
And we're gonna have some questions today, and we're gonna ask some questions today about their upcoming album, Crisis Actor. So congrats on that, by the way. How do you feel about the response to the announcement so far?
pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Thank you. Yeah, that's
we're excited.
pretty good. Yeah. Go play by ear.
Hell yeah!
Cool. All right. So, is there any meaning behind the album title or cover art?
Nah.
No. Next
Well-
question.
I like that question. Move on.
You're so right. You're so right.
Sorry, we're
that
we're
kind of-
crazy people.
That kind of goes into okay. So Karsten here came up with the
Yeah, I came up with the title just
Yeah.
because it's like a buzzword that's been coming up in news lately with like conspiracy theories and stuff. And I just loved I actually like wanted it to be like a name for a band. You know, I thought like, man, Crisis Actor, man, like what a great name for a band. And then I ran it by you and you're like, man, you know, that's pretty cool. And then
yeah. We thought it was pretty like also kind of like meaning kind of I don't know, it's kind of like ambiguous too right now because also it has nothing to do with the album per se because the songs are written over a course of like 10 years.
Cool.
So so it's not by any means like a concept album or even like necessarily there's not really a continuous thread except for what might I'd say be more as far as like lyrics go, maybe would just be more personal for me, but like that doesn't really matter to communicate to the public. I think what makes it sound as a whole is just what this how we play it, how we play the songs like as a band and what everybody has written to them. So but yeah, so as far as like a title, Crisis Actor, it's kind of just more like when we all talked about it, our own meaning would be more of like just facade. Like this is the face, this is the face of an album. Which also ties into our artwork, album artwork by Richard Verges, who's actually a friend of Carson's, and we all got to meet him, and he's really amazing and a great artist. And yeah, it was he actually just put out a book and little like sound like CD too. Of his book is titled "This Is the Face We Show the World," and it's just I don't know. It's kind of I think the album artwork ended up fitting perfectly with what we're going for.
For sure.
Hell yeah! So can you guys tell us a little bit about your writing process for this album?
Oof, that's a loaded question.
Well, it began. Here, let me take a little sip of my mead. Got this at a place I'm working at called Honey. It's really good. It's some Stewart. Anyways, so it began, I'd say back when Alex and I formed the band, the OG Sandman, I guess in 2010. Yeah, it was like 2010, and we wrote 3 or 4 songs together. 2 are not on the album, but they are released on Spotify to Understand Man, but with a different lineup. But yeah, the writing, essentially what happens is we'll either start up a song together or I'll introduce a song to Alex, see if she likes it, and then we'll show it to the band. And if they like it, then it essentially becomes the thing. Everybody writes their parts to it. But yeah, that's pretty much the method we've used for this album. But for the next one, we have Zach also writes songs, and we also have been jamming and writing together too.
Cool.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Perfect. So I want you four to tell us your favorite lyric off this album and the meaning behind it.
No, they had no idea what the lyrics are because nobody can understand.
I'm going to start by saying my favorite lyric didn't make it on the album.
Oh, No.
Yeah.
Why?
Yeah, I was doing that.
Yeah. It was the first line that I actually heard the girls sing when I met them. I saw them at an open mic night. That's how we met.
Oh.
And there's this line that just stuck out in the song, and it was all the organs in my city. And just, I don't know, it was just like a cool line. And then we did record it for this album twice, and it still didn't make it on the album. So
Maybe next time.
Cross it off.
Yeah. It is out on Spotify, like the older version of it before we joined the band. And I did play on that
We
version.
did play on that. Yeah, that's like
Yeah.
when we just first started playing together, but we had.
But yeah, it was so I don't know. We've done so much with that song, I feel like, since then. But it'll one day.
Yeah.
One day.
On the deluxe edition.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh shit, we gotta do the deluxe edition.
There you go. Put it on the deluxe version.
I don't know. I feel like there's so many. I feel like I didn't really know all the lyrics until just recently when we were going over because we're gonna put out vinyl, but it's probably gonna be quite a while until we do that. So we had to go over all the lyrics that we have written down, which will be in the gatefold, and then I realized all the things you were saying, how incredible they are, and it's like.
Yeah, we didn't really know for a long time, and it's kind of just kind of like really realized it over the last couple of weeks.
I'm so glad none of them were interested in knowing it because I'm very insecure about the lyrics. No, I really am. So I'm so glad nobody asked me about that. I'm like, okay, so I think it's like poetry. Like it's just
they're all poems.
Poetry. Like if you just read it and you don't necessarily think like, oh, this is a song.
Mm-hmm.
You know, this is to rhyme with this, or like it doesn't even. I don't know. It's totally separate from. It can be separate from the music. And it's still amazing. So,
you could have written the book without us.
They're really.
No, I have the follow up with these two about that. It's just like each song you can interpret the meaning in so many different ways because like they're all like pretty vague, but also like really freaking cool because like me personally I try to like write lyrics and every time I try to it's just like this is dumb, this is so dumb, but like whatever you come up with like sounds like really cool and I don't know, I love it. So I can't really pick out one phrase, but then again I just got a copy of the lyrics written out. So
they literally just did. Yeah, that's so funny.
It's been 2 years and now
That's fine with me. Yeah, no. I've always been more of a melody person, but I do love lyrics, so and that
So
it means a lot, you guys.
What's your favorite lyric?
I don't know.
I guess this is the most important question.
I don't know. That's a
the only
really
one that
good
really has an answer
question.
to
You
it.
guys. Yeah, that's a really good question. Oh man. I feel like I have things like little moments where I'm just like, oh, that's cool. I can't think of any right now.
That's a good question.
It is.
Thank
That was a good
Thank you.
question.
Yeah.
You really redeemed yourself because we didn't like the first one.
yeah.
I like it in dudes. I think I hope I don't say it wrong. It's okay. Slide into me a vial of time. Listen to me. Sexual sounding.
You worked at that one.
No, it's not that I like it because it sounds sexual. It does sound sexual, but it's not. How much time do we got? It doesn't have anything to do with the song.
Okay.
I think it's a great line.
Sorry.
You're all good.
I'm being very genuine there.
What's your guys' next question?
All right. So how'd the track list for the album come about? Did you guys write the opener be the opener, closer be a closer? Did you shuffle it around, see what fits? What was that process like?
Oh, I picked them.
Yeah, Zach picked them. It was all done in our group chat. I wrote out two versions that I thought might sound good, and nobody responded. Actually, you guys just didn't respond at all.
Sorry.
And then,
Ouch.
yeah. And then
We didn't write them we didn't record them in a certain order or have any kind of idea. I think we just had so much material going in that it was we'll figure it out later.
yeah,
And then,
yeah, because they were so individual.
Yeah.
Each song was not looked as a
yeah.
continuum. So.
But I don't know. I just I listened to the whole record a couple times, and I just kept fast forwarding, starting with one song and then fast forwarding to the end of it, and then starting with the next song, just kind of in my head and playing around on the computer. I don't know. I feel like I came up with it pretty quickly.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you did. Yeah.
Yeah, we didn't have to make any adjustments.
But I like picks, I guess whenever I pick songs, I try to pick it towards a set list. If I wanted to see us live as a fan, kind of picked it that way. What song order would we want to pick it in? And it sounded right. I like how the moods go back and forth, and there's all the songs are super different, so kind of have to be careful about how you pick the songs.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Mm-hmm. That's fair. So would you guys be able to tell us where your headspace was at while you were creating this record?
It's another good and tough question, because I'd say since the songs were written over the course of 10 years.
10 years, yeah.
Yeah, it's been different headspaces, but the most continuous things I would say were when I was writing was, I guess usually times of when you're going through stuff. So it would be I think any time of any sort of dissociation or feeling really connected to intuition. I think that's kind of when I write. So it's kind of what they're about. Feet, for instance, the second track is about being dissociated, but also really just imagining a different life and wanting to somehow jump into the movement of everything. And then I don't know. I think what I feel like I kind of do is I have something. It starts off from a personal spot, which I think maybe a lot of people do in their writing. Kind of starts off with something personal that you're feeling, and then you kind of grab things outside to channel it through. So whether that be a movie or other songs, other people, or you have kind of collect different information outside and just kind of use that as a way to say how you're feeling, I guess, and relate to that, which maybe is, I think I'm pretty vague. Yeah, it's pretty vague. Or
I think it's good to be vague though, because
possibly somebody
a lot more people can identify with the lyrics if they perceive it their own way. That's to be super vague, I think.
They're not literal.
Yeah. No, it's not literal. Yeah. Oh, I thought it was one of my favorite lyrics. It's actually also in India.
Yeah.
It's in the waters boiling, rising up are things that I still can't face. I know it's you I'm thinking of, which is that's not that vague. That's pretty on point. I feel like there's things like that, and then there's also, I feel like it's kind of difficult sometimes unless it's more of just a straight ahead formulaic song. I kind of don't really write about the same theme the whole way through a song. Usually it's different subjects, but kind of all somehow connected, but just different subjects, things happening.
Oh,
that makes sense. And you mentioned the 10-year song. You've had a couple songs for 10 years plus. I wanted to touch on that again. Was it just kind of a full song demo that you've had for 10 years, or was it just kind of a couple lyrics or chords that you've kind of had tucked away and then brought them back up for this album?
Yeah. So it was kind of full. They're kind of fleshed out songs. Fellini was one that we wrote 10 years ago, I guess 12 years ago, kind of. And that was all the way done. Alex started that song off by writing the bass, and then I just came in with the guitar and then wrote the lyrics. So the lyrics kind of came last. I've altered them a little bit. Yeah. But then, others, I kind of feel like, I don't know. Yeah, I feel like they kind of just have been songs that were pretty much complete. But then when we played them, the four of us, they did change for sure. It's not like this isn't like a band, even though I've kind of like written like lyrics, melody. This isn't really a band that's backing me up, which I really enjoy. It's like there's writing on everybody's part. And so in this song group on this album, we've kind of provided, I guess, structure more or less. Would you say that? Like
yeah.
Song structure.
A lot of the stuff was kind of put together. We changed it up a little bit, but it was stuff that was already there.
Yeah.
So that made things really easy. But it almost seems easier when we're writing brand new stuff together now because I think because we got to understand you two, having all the songs already kind of structured out.
Yeah.
We are and as long as we learn them, like now, like we write a new song. I feel like that new one the other night. It's done. Like we played it 3 or 4 times and it's done.
Yeah, that one and Angel. Like now when
Angel,
like,
that was like twice we played just we're already like working
like,
on songs for the next release and they're really good. Like I don't know.
We're really excited.
I don't like to talk myself up. We're excited. I think we're excited about the next album because this one was like so crazy and insane to work on, and I think the next one might be like a little bit of a breeze, if anything.
Yeah, I think also too we're excited about we are super excited for Crisis Actor, but like I think what it is more so that we're just excited to play new songs.
Yeah,
but it's been sitting with you for quite a while now.
Yeah, it was all of COVID that we were stuck with each other and doing all this stuff. So it was all right. I feel like there's a little bit of pressure because then we knew COVID was gonna this whole thing was gonna die down and things were gonna start happening again.
Yeah.
So you're just kind of you're kind of pacing back and forth like with a new band.
Yeah.
We got all these songs. What are we gonna do?
When can we go out and play them?
Yeah.
Wait,
one last thing about the 12-year-old song. I'm sorry. It's so interesting. Have you guys kind of had this ready for an album? Like you've kept an eye on it, just like I really want this to be on our first album, or did you just kind of stumble upon it and you're like, oh hey, another song, let's just put this on there?
I feel like we kind of like my sister and I kind of separated for a while. Like I was living in New York and she was in Georgia and she was playing in some other bands at the time. So we kind of split and did our own thing. But maybe it was because I wasn't in any other band. So those songs that we wrote that long ago were like the songs that I would still continue to practice and like waiting for the day that it becomes something again.
Yeah.
And I wasn't expecting it to, but I mean, it's amazing that they did come back. Like I don't know, having the songs that were written that long ago and then still liking them now is pretty awesome. Because we changed how we feel about stuff. I know. It's cool that we still like it.
We do. I know. Those were always songs that, because like I was like 20 and you were like 15 when we were writing those. Like, because it's Bellini, which is on the album, and then the other two are also like 10, 12 years old, but they're like what Zach was saying, Your Spectre and Icy Jungle are already released on Spotify. So and we did that before we all formed.
I think both of those we recorded for the album, and neither of them made it on. So those are two of my favorites.
I'm so sorry.
But like after all is said and done, like we recorded the album twice.
Yeah, we did.
Before, so we recorded it a first time and then we recorded it a second time.
Why'd you record it twice?
I don't think we were satisfied with the first version. And COVID was still going on, so we had plenty of time.
Yeah.
Studio.
We went to a different studio and we found our like home studio. Kind of like our place to like we missed the guy that recorded us, like Nick from Thunder House. Like I don't know, I kind of missed working on the album and him being there. He kind of became like a fifth member of the band at a certain point, and we became as annoyed with him as we would with each other.
That's great.
Yeah.
Just joking. No, he was great. He was. It was. We fought with him a little bit, but it was like such a constructive like fight, I guess. where it was like, whatever. Like,
It was good.
I don't know.
It was really good.
It was good to have that fifth year because
Of course, yeah.
it was just the four of us for so long with nobody coming to shows because there weren't any, nobody coming to band practice. You know what I mean? Like, we didn't play in front of anybody. So it was cool to have that fifth person finally hearing everything.
For sure.
Yeah.
So how do you recommend your fans to listen to this album for the first time? So they do it in the car with friends, in the dark with headphones on? Is it a party album, workout album? What do you guys personally recommend?
Ooh. Definitely car album.
Car album?
Right?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
I love
agree.
listening to it while driving.
Yeah.
I think the whole thing is pretty driving. Actually, I really do. I think it's kind of like you get on this,
Yeah, it's a driving
Train.
album, isn't it?
you know, and it's kind of like every single one is like you're just running. I like running a lot, so I run to the album. I do. I think it has a lot of energy, and I think it's funny. I think I actually wrote this. This is a similar question. Somebody had asked, but it's kind of like, to me, what it feels like, or at least when playing it, because I do feel like we're a real like we love recording, but I feel like we all are performers. We love, like, we are a live band. We love entertaining and being around people and feeding off that energy a lot. So what I feel from the songs, especially when playing them, I guess, would be like when you know, like those video games. I'm thinking of one that's like specifically, but I can't remember what it is. But it's like, you know, like when the left side of the screen will eat you up if you don't keep going.
Yeah.
Yeah, like you're gone. If you slow down, if you turn back, you're pretty much, you're done. That's what I feel about this album. I feel like you have, I don't know, and it's funny because the feedback that we've gotten from showing some close friends so far, it's kind of like this, it's a ride. And I've heard too that it is, I think headphones is good. Headphones in the car, yeah.
Okay. All right.
Perfect. I love that. So this one should be super, super quick. Off the top of your heads, I want you guys to describe this album for new listeners in 3 words. 3 words each, no more, no less.
Oh, okay. You go first.
Wow.
Also, that was my description. You go first.
Okay. Sure.
Whatever.
I don't know.
Description of the album, if you were?
Yeah.
Mhm. You can't think too hard on this.
Okay, Pixies. The Pixies fuck the pretend. Oh, Pixies fuck pretenders.
Okay.
There you go. That's one.
I said it.
Okay.
And I meant it.
Okay.
I feel like I got the best answer, and I don't even know what anybody else's answers are going to be yet.
Right? Yeah.
Sonic the Hedgehog.
Okay. Do you want to tell us why, or is that just
Yeah, I
3
know.
words?
You have to. I was describing the sound of the album, but
You're talking about the sound?
yeah, I thought that's right. Is that what we're talking about?
It's just supposed to be the album in general. It could be the sound, it could be the vibe, just whatever.
I think either way, Sonic the Hedgehog.
Okay.
Okay.
Emotional, clean, caustic.
Okay.
There you go.
There we go.
There you go. Thank you.
Can I just be like, add this?
Yeah.
Okay, that's what I did. All
Okay. Now I don't think I have the best answer.
right.
I don't think we're good at
Hang on.
interviews.
You're great. You're great.
Intense,
Mm-hmm.
driving, and somewhat depressing.
Okay. All right.
Okay.
There
Perfect.
we go. So in that same train of thought, is there a certain feeling or emotion you want your listeners to have while going through the album?
I wouldn't say so. I feel like they should have whatever emotion they get from it.
Fair enough.
Yeah, that's good too.
Yeah, it's just like a good rock album that you like to listen to.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know, yeah.
I think it's a really easy listen, but it has a lot of interesting parts to it.
me of like times when they came out. So like who my friends were and stuff like that. Yeah, nostalgic, I guess. So like maybe create some memories now, and then like 10 years down the road, go back and listen to the album and see how it makes you feel again.
Oh,
That's nice.
Yeah,
that's awesome.
You know, songs are like 10 years old, right?
Yeah.
No, I think what would be cool, kind of like going off of what you just said, is one thing, you know, I think the only thing we could really hope is that people liked it enough to listen to more memories.
Yeah.
While listening to it and have a feeling and have it be something that I don't know. I guess like what I feel like what music does to me when I like it is that it kind of surrounds you and makes you feel like there's you know, you have this a little bit of another world with you, you know, and I feel like that's like the ultimate though.
Yeah, I feel like someone can like listen to this album and like pinpoint the time in their life, and that's like the ultimate compliment.
Yeah.
Something that they remember.
Yeah.
Wait, would you be able to speak up on that last part? I missed it. I couldn't hear it.
Oh, I'm sorry. I feel like the biggest compliment is like if someone can like listen to this album and like think about the time in their life like when they first heard the album. Cause, like that's like my favorite album. Like I always like to be like, oh yeah, I was in middle school when I listened to this, and that was really great. And you know.
Yeah.
That's perfect.
Yeah.
Usually like during like times like right now, like that you know, bringing up COVID and then also everything that's happened because of COVID, like with you know, just like for mental health, physical health, everything. I mean, I just feel like I think what the music does for me, playing with you guys, is just that like this is happening though too, you know, and that's where I feel like it is kind of like I think it'd be cool for it to be some sort of escape, just like what music and art is, you know. So that would be awesome. But yeah, just enough for people to want to listen. It's great.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Very wholesome. Loved all the answers. It's amazing. So on the topic of memories that you guys made up, what was your favorite memory that you guys made while creating this album?
There's so many.
Oh.
Oh man. Shit. The time we tried to make the Feet music video and it didn't happen.
Oh.
I brought my camera equipment. I do some filming sometimes, and unprofessionally. And I brought it all to the practice space, and we just drank all night and danced around, and that was a lot of fun. We got a lot of footage of it on tape, so it's funny to go back and see. Like we were just being so ridiculous that night.
Yeah, it was pretty funny. It's very unproductive.
Yeah, it was completely unproductive. I miss our old practice spot.
Yeah.
Sometimes we used to have this practice spot that their grandparent or their grandfather owned in downtown Jensen Beach, and it was right by the railroad tracks. It was in downtown, but like kind of secluded from everything, and just like this warehouse office space thing behind the train tracks next to some abandoned buildings, and I missed that a lot.
Oh. You guys got to get it back now.
We'll buy it one day.
Yeah.
I got one that's gonna trump all you guys. So I got a baby daughter.
Oh yeah.
And my brother-in-law bought us like a set of like baby like percussion items and stuff. So we brought them to the studio and used them on the album and brought the baby in there to do that. And it's gonna be the coolest thing ever. You know, I mean, like you can hear it on the album.
Yeah,
that's cool.
That's amazing. Yeah.
All right.
All right.
I feel like I go for hours for that.
So you guys have more memories to share? I couldn't tell if you guys were done or not. I don't want to talk over anyone.
Do you hiccup?
My first show was pretty awesome.
Yeah.
Even though it was like shitty.
It was a shitty show, but
it was like awesome
really
because
good.
it was the first time that we were able to perform in front of people
after, quarantine times of just us and not ever seeing the reaction of a crowd.
Yeah.
So like we had everything down and practicing all the time, and then going and actually doing it live was pretty.
Yeah.
That was pretty awesome moment. And that wasn't the greatest place. And
Yeah, I love
it
that
was so
show.
great.
I want to say it's probably
Which one was this?
Born Famous.
Oh
that
yeah,
was a great
that was
show.
an awesome night.
No, I mean, yeah, it was our first show. It was also my birthday.
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
Oh, probably all our birthdays were super fun because it was just the four of us mostly for the whole album.
Mhm.
All our birthdays were fun. I feel like.
All right. So picture this: you're on tour, you're at a gas station for a rest stop. What is your snack of choice?
What is the what?
Snack of choice?
Snack of choice.
Ooh. Oh, gas station hot dog.
Oh,
Oh Lord.
I'll pray for you.
Thank you.
I'm a beef jerky nut. I love.
There you go. Yeah.
Unless they had Twix bar.
Oh, yeah. I trust that.
I like Zapp's chips.
Okay.
Perfect. All right.
These questions are a lot easier. Do you have any other food questions?
No. So on the topic of food, if the band was a dish, what dish would the band be?
Pizza.
Pizza.
I'm glad that everyone agreed.
Wow. Yeah. Do you have a type of pizza though? Are we talking like margarita, pepperoni, meat lovers? Like, well, what's what?
I would say out of what we've ordered the most, I would say shakaroni from Papa John's.
Chacaroni?
Yeah. It's,
What is that?
It's got extra pepperoni on it.
Oh, okay. Cool.
Yeah, it's enough that Jack can eat it.
Okay, that makes sense.
Okay. All right.
It's discontinued, so we'll be filing a petition soon.
Maybe you guys can help us out.
Yeah, maybe you guys can help us out with that.
Yeah, send it
We'll
over. I'll
boost it.
sign it for you.
Yeah, we'll boost it. So for the last couple questions, we're going to shift away from music and go straight to death row.
Boom.
So if you're on death row, what would your last meal be with a drink?
Probably gonna go with the shakaroni again.
Right.
No, I would do shrimp cocktail and steak, and then like a lot of light beer.
Okay.
It's sad.
The light beer part, yes.
Oh, well, I like light beer. Oh, well, I'm gonna die, so I guess it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Oh,
You don't worry about being hungry.
just a bottle of tequila.
There you go. Oh wow, a whole bottle.
Going out.
I respect it. It's
That would
fine.
be my last drink.
Okay.
Mhm.
All right, I'm gonna say a really good burger, but I don't have something specific in mind. Just something that's really good, and tequila,
Okay.
Mhm.
straight up tequila,
All right.
a good tequila also,
All right.
not shitty.
Yeah, I'll do I'll second that. I'll do like a really good tequila. Also have like an IPA right there.
Okay.
And then have a margarita.
You only get one drink.
Side of marinara.
Oh,
Laying on lobster mac and cheese too.
you only get one. meal.
What? Okay, margarita pizza.
No, go crazy. It's okay.
Oh, okay. All right.
Your last meal.
That's like all my favorite things. Margarita pizza. Okay, I'll do margarita pizza, side of marinara, IPA, tequila.
Okay.
There you
All
go.
right. Okay.
I'm gonna do gnocchi.
What?
Gnocchi. Italian potato dumplings.
No, those are
They're really good.
those are pretty good.
Marinette with mom sauce. That's big mom.
Yeah.
And then the Parmesan cheese, some Gouda on the side,
Mm.
olives, and these are all the things that I don't eat on a regular basis. So, and then a bottle of Jameson.
All right.
Perfect. All right. So if you could live in one fictional world for a week, where would you live?
Coruscant. So
Where's that?
It's a city from Star Wars.
Oh, that's
okay.
cool. Yeah, that's cool.
You guys got nothing.
So who's gonna live in Croissant? Where would I live? A fictional world.
Mhm.
I live in Bikini Bottom.
There you go.
There you go.
We don't get that a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm living in Bikini Bottom with that.
All right.
There you go.
I live in Margaritaville.
Margaritaville.
Okay.
There you go. Perfect.
So I've down of asking the last question, and every single person we've spoken to have said that it is the most important question. What's your favorite color?
Oh, it says green.
Green?
Green,
Vintage orange.
Okay.
orange.
Periwinkle.
All right.
Good color. Periwinkle.
Blue. That's more of a navy.
Okay.
Okay.
Solid.
Mhm.
So as I said, that's all the questions we have today. Is there anything that you guys would like to plug?
Fellini comes out this Friday on Spotify and all the other streaming platforms, and then our album comes out March 26th. And if you're in the Florida area, you should come hang out with us. And if you if you don't have money to get into this show, we'll pay for you to get in.
All right. Well, thank you for sound. This guy's been Sandman Sleeps, and we have been the Good Noise Podcast.